Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut. I am Xexor hosting. This, so in the last part, we basically, initially we played some of Nico. I was told by one of my subscribers, I don't remember who exactly told me. It might have been Saluel, I don't remember, I apologize. I never remember to look this up and give you credit where credit's due before getting into the game, so I apologize if that's the wrong person. But anyway, one of the subscribers mentioned that in the original game, I guess you don't actually ever play Nico. You interact with her, I guess, but it sounds like you don't ever play her in the game. So any of the scenes where we're playing her investigating are new, added to this director's cut version. We did, however, so Nico in this director's cut was in her apartment, and she discovered that her apartment was probably bugged. So she went downstairs, and we went outside and talked to a psychic across the street, and she said, that there was this woman that claimed to be Nico's cousin who looked a lot like her, who went upstairs and probably is the person who bugged the apartment. Anyway, George came by. He wants to kind of be romantic with Nico a little bit. He's like asking the psychic about like what kind of flowers he should buy for his friend and stuff. And of course, Nico and George don't really know each other well enough for that. So obviously it's a romantic gesture. Anyway, he goes upstairs and he talks with Nico. They exchange clues, and they figure out that this costume shop is where the costume killer got at least a couple of his costumes. So I was just here talking to this costume shop owner in the last part, and we now have this buzzer. He shocked us as a joke and then gave us the buzzer. We learned information about, that this picture is in fact...
It was Nico's photograph of the man we suspected of killing...
the guy that killed Plantal, the costume killer. At least it looks like it, and that's the guy who came in and bought the costume. So, now... I think what we need to do, I just make sure there's nothing else to interact with in the costume shop here. But I think now what we need to do is if I go here, grease paint and rent costumes. Seamus the Pixie and Bozo the Clown apparently call himself Khan. I'm on his trail. Yeah. So we need. I don't know if I need to go back to talk with Nico. I think I just need to go out and see what else there is to explore. So, I don't know what this is. This is gray. Was that the costume shop? Maybe. Yeah, that's Café. Rougerie. Poste de police. Don't... Huh. I guess I will go back to Rougerie, maybe. Well, I don't remember. Back at Nico's apartment. Okay, there we go.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
I wonder if this could be the same dialogue. Let me do this.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag. A practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture.
That's funny.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
So apparently this isn't really... I don't really know. I guess I talked to her again. I don't know what the next step is.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. How's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Maybe not yet, but I see your paths entwined in the future.
I doubt it.
Which is telling because they actually do in the next couple of adventures, or at least in Broken Sword 3, they do end up on the adventure together at some point.
Would you like to shake my hand?
No, I wouldn't. I can see the future, remember?
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
Yeah, these are all helpful, of course.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Formidable.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Oh, what a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
Yeah.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur, you will.
Alright, so nothing that way. So, can't go there. I don't know if there's anything more to get at the cafe. I guess let me check, and if there's nothing at the cafe, maybe I'll go to the police shop. Try to make a phone
Hello?
call, maybe.
Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Alright.
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel, the Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs, the second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Okay, so now I go to Hotel Ubu, and Khan apparently will be there. Monsieur Todrick was the guy who owned the shop, it looks like. Okay. Righty then. Let's try going to the map. Hotel Ubu, here we go. Let's talk to you. I think, wait, let's make sure there's nothing else. That, I think, is going to go back to the map, I suspect. What? Something over here changed to a hand, I thought. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alright. I'm on your trail. You're going to fail. I'll capture you. Well, maybe not capture you. That would be maybe a bad idea for somebody who's not really a law enforcement officer, but let's talk to you, dude.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Okay. Let's ask him about Plantard. Was Plantard over at the hotel? Maybe. Okay.
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, and smack! A plank in the kisser.
You're a dork, dude. Okay.
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No. I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
Okay. These other things I doubt are going to be helpful, but let's try, I guess.
That is not a good
Not a
idea.
good idea. Yeah.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Big shocker.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
Should I shake his hand and get him upset with me?
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats. See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Alright, we'll ask him now.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No. That name means nothing to me.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know him.
do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No. I never saw him.
It's like, yeah, these guys are basically the same, I think.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Hard labor.
Yeah, like lifting sewer covers.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
Alright, so inside it is. I should probably, I guess, check my journal at, like, maybe not. Anything else around here besides the people? That goes further a different direction or whatever. There's a phone, I guess, maybe not now, but later. Maybe if I learn something, I can use that to make a call. Possibly talk to Nico and let her know. Alright.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance, those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers.
Tight trousers?
He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
Wow.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Merlin, huh? Okay.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no. Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about. That's the man who spurned me.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would.
I don't know about these other things. I don't really want to upset her with a hand buzzer, probably. I mean, I don't know that I will, but probably don't want to, so. Okay. So. Lady Piermont. Okay, and he claims, so Khan claimed to be called Merlin. Merlin, probably. Merlin. Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England, Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
I see. Okay. That's it. I don't really know that these are useful for asking people anymore.
Thanks for your help.
I doubt anybody's going
Goodbye.
to have any more information for me on those. So, all right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and end. This has been Let's Play Broken Sword: Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut, Part 8. I'm Xexor. I've hosted. I'll see you in the next part. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take it easy.